This is a book ball summary of the book Good Vibes, Good Life by Vex King. This might sound like a cliche, but a happy life doesn't necessarily come from more money, more possessions, or a different job. A fulfilling life is about finding what makes you happy and then doing that thing. A fulfilling life means being content with what you have. It means being grateful for the little things in life that make you happy. Things like spending time with friends and family, having a good meal, and watching a movie with your partner, all while knowing that you deserve more. Learn tried and true techniques to welcome joy into your world, and discover how shifting your mindset can change your reality. Packed with inspirational wisdom and insightful advice, this is your guide to leading a good life. Number 1. According to the law of attraction, your thoughts dictate your reality. When the author was a student, his family had very little money, so when friends asked him to join them on their vacation, he knew he couldn't afford it. But then, just a few weeks later, a check came in the mail for $650, which is almost exactly the amount the author needed. What could have possibly happened? The author believes it was all thanks to something called the law of attraction. The idea goes that if you believe something good will happen, you make it more likely that it will happen. The opposite is also true. If you dwell on negative thoughts and expect the worst, then you increase the likelihood that this will come true instead. To combat this problem, he came up with his own law, the law of vibration. According to the law of vibration, when you radiate joyful, positive energy, your reality becomes positively charged too, and you attract joyful, positive things. Number 2. You can take control of your vibrational frequency. It might seem unlikely, but when it comes to emotions, you have a lot in common with green algae, or more precisely, a particular species of green algae that gets its energy from other plants. Like the algae, you draw your emotional energy from other people and your environment. In fact, when things are going badly, summoning positive energy from your surroundings can change how you feel. So, in order to vibrate higher, your first priority should be to spend more time with positive people. Good vibrations are contagious. If you mix with friends who radiate love and joy, their emotional state will rub off on you. Once you start to vibrate on their high frequency, you'll start attracting even more positive people into your life. A second way to heighten your emotional frequency is to adopt more positive body language. Research shows that smiling, even when you don't have anything to smile about, gives you a rush of endorphins. These are your body's feel-good chemicals. So next time you're miserable, try forcing yourself to smile and feel the benefit. You can also give yourself an emotional boost by striking a pose. Social psychologists have found that standing or sitting in a powerful way for just 2 minutes a day leads to a 20% increase in testosterone, a hormone that boosts confidence. Third, you might also find you need to take a break from socializing if you want to vibrate higher. Stepping back from the constant buzz of modern life can help you recharge your batteries. And while it might feel antisocial, it's perfectly healthy. Mexicans even have a word for the feeling of wanting to be alone after socializing: engentado, or being peopled out. Finally, try spending time alone in nature to take your vibrations even higher. Research shows that just being in the natural world gives your body and mind a boost. You could take your work outside to the garden, or perhaps go for a stroll in your local park. Plus, if it's a sunny day, you'll get extra benefits, because the sun's rays provide vitamin D and serotonin, two things that naturally stabilize your mood. Number 3. It's not selfish to cut toxic people out of your life. We've seen how spending time with positive people can raise your vibrations to a higher level and help you be the best version of yourself. Well, the opposite is also true. Being around negative people can leave you feeling hopeless, weak, and insecure. While you could argue that no one can make you feel anything, and that a truly secure person can't be brought down by other people, most of us aren't spiritually strong enough to remain unaffected. If you find yourself in this situation, don't tell yourself you're weak or guilty for being made to feel bad. But be aware that if you don't cut off contact with these people, you'll start vibrating at their low, hateful frequency too. Soon, you'll be passing their bad vibes to other people in your life, and before you know it, your reality will be full of anger and sadness. If you're learning something new in this video, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more videos. Number 4. Love yourself to become more secure. If someone asked you to list 5 things you love, what would you say? Would you list yourself in that top 5? Sadly, many of us wouldn't. That's because our society is suffering from a lack of self-love. In today's world, we are often consumed with what other people think about us, whether they like us, whether they respect us, but we don't stop to ask whether we love or respect ourselves. This is a problem because true happiness and satisfaction come from loving yourself unconditionally, and not caring what others think or feel about you. Insecurities are a dangerous thing and can contaminate your closest relationships. Consider the jealous boyfriend who secretly looks through his partner's emails and texts. His jealousy comes from a place of insecurity. Perhaps he thinks he's unlovable or not good looking enough. Because of his actions, the relationship is probably doomed. What's more, people tend to be attracted to others who are at ease with themselves and radiate inner confidence. So, if you don't love yourself, other people will pick up on your negative vibes and will find it harder to love you too. Part of self-love is accepting your physical self and appreciating the body you've been given, which isn't easy when you're constantly bombarded with images of models and celebrities on social media. These pictures invite comparison, and you might start feeling you don't measure up. But even though it might seem like all these beautiful people are happier than the rest of us, they often struggle with exactly the same feelings of self-doubt. Number 5. In life, you can choose to sow either the seeds of joy or the roots of unhappiness. Learning to love yourself is all well and good, but to get to a point where you can change your life, you need to understand that you actually have two minds, not one. Your first mind is your conscious mind. It holds all your thoughts, feelings, and information that you're consciously aware of. Your second mind is your unconscious mind. It holds all the beliefs and assumptions that exist below the surface. It helps to think of our conscious mind as your garden, and your unconscious mind as the soil that your garden grows in. Let's imagine for a moment that your beliefs are the seeds that take root in your unconscious mind. You either have helpful or unhelpful beliefs, which in turn lead to either a joyful, serene garden or a toxic wasteland. To successfully change your reality, you need to weed out the bad seeds. Number 6. You don't need a lot of resources to make your dreams come true. Positive thoughts and beliefs are important, but your reality won't change unless you couple them with action. For many people who want to be more successful, doing something is a difficult part. Positive action means hard work and dedication. It means putting in effort, even on those days when you'd rather sit back and relax. Many people fail to take action to reach their goals, and then wonder why their positivity isn't bringing them rewards. They tell themselves that there are too many barriers to achieving their dreams. They don't have enough time, money, or expertise. When they get these things, then they'll take action. The thing is, all you need to do is make your goal a priority, and be prepared to sacrifice your comfort in order to reach it. If you think you'll just wait until you feel ready, you'll be waiting a long time. Consider the story of Richard Branson, the British business tycoon, who at the age of 16 made his first steps as an entrepreneur by starting a magazine. It was no mean feat because, on top of being young, Branson was also dyslexic. Most people in his place would have told themselves they couldn't possibly have the expertise to start a magazine, but Branson didn't let it hold him back. Since then, he started over 400 different businesses. Number 7. You can't control what happens, but you can control your reactions. Like Richard Branson, you might be able to control your actions and take positive steps towards your goals, but you can never entirely control the world around you. Unfortunately, this means that painful experiences are in store for all of us at some point during our lives. But when the worst happens, you can practice self-love by refusing to become a victim. That's not to say you shouldn't feel sad when bad things happen, but you do have a choice about how you view the situation. And as we've seen, whatever choice you make will affect your vibrational energy and influence your reality. If you choose to always see yourself as a victim, your vibrations will always stay at a low frequency. In other words, life will keep treating you like a victim. On the other hand, if you see your painful experience as an opportunity for personal growth, then you will vibrate at a higher frequency and attract more high-frequency energy. You can look forward to better things happening in the future. Thanks for watching. We hope this video provided valuable insight and information for you. In this book, the author talks about the power of affirmations and visualizations for creating positive change. Which do you think is more effective for manifesting your dreams, affirmations or visualization? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you learned something new in this video, make sure you like the video and subscribe to our channel for more videos. Thank you, and until next time.